Hey everybody, my name is Flubsje and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, there were some major plot twists, including Chihiro's actually being a dude, and the reveal of the possible killer, which is Mondo.
Sherry. Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the back. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew he did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Are we answering for her?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail? Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
Yeah, I did actually notice that. Like when we talked to him in the locker room. I just didn't think anything of it because I actually do that as well. I just call girls dude sometimes. But yeah, he did do that. Holy shit.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time
Oh yeah, he had
has
something.
nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the count, right? And it must belong to... Well, it's not mine. I mean, I still have mine. I can check it right now. No, I cannot. Alright, never mind. Then it should be Chihiro's.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
for a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
That's because they aren't, right?
You're right. They're not.
Yeah.
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
You sure that it's not just a battery?
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
You did say there was a weak point.
A gun! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Yeah, I mean, it allows me to save the
I have
game.
a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
High temperatures, alright.
I flippin' knew it!
you knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Ah! Right, because they were together. Wait,
The temperature in the sauna can reach
Taka?
over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
boy, Taka was naked while Mondo was fully clothed though.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
He didn't know.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What
Yeah.
do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have
That's
done
not
something
Leon's.
like that?
The one in the main hall is not Leon's handbook then. It's Mondo's. Then he used Leon's handbook to get into the locker room.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
It was Mondo.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. I'll read Chihiro's on the broken e-handbook, I think.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct,
Right.
then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook
Do I need
is
to do a
actually
flashback?
broken,
I don't think so.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
God damn it.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Yeah, I think I need to hit
Let's
the...
test Makoto's assertion.
Oh, sorry.
If what he says, you broke your own handbook. In other words, if Mondo's, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Why didn't that
See?
work?
Look!
What?
Makoto was wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Doesn't do anything. What?
Let's test if what he says, you broke your own handbook. In other words, if Mondo's, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
It's not...
See? Makoto was wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Is it because of the text that's in front of it? I mean, I know it blocks it, but it didn't look like it didn't look like I hit it.
Makoto's, if what he says, you broke your own hand. In other words, if Mondo's, then that proves that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, that's not even close to it, you
See?
fucking asshole.
Makoto was wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, you broke your own hand.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is, then that proves that what Makoto.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See?
For
Makoto
fuck's
was
sake.
wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Damn it, just hit the
Let's
statement.
test if what he said, you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves that.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
Finally, that was bullshit. That was actually stupid.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, It just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
We could also just ask Mondo to like open his handbook, then it will show Leon's name or his name, right?
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
The closing argument, alright. Alright, so yeah. We have Chihiro stuffing the tracksuit in the back. She then, Celeste then spots the bag, yep. She runs off to, he runs off to, let's see, yeah, the locker rooms. Two panels, alright. Guess just walking to the door and opening it. He then opens it. She's the murderer. Let's see, what's the next step? I guess me picking up the murder weapon. And that happened. It's pulling up the mat. Wow, there's like a lot of things. Alright, let's just... Alright, then he rolls up the mat. Let's see, it's him taking off the thingy. I know that's him putting it on, I think. No, it's also not right. Alright. Yeah, that should be Cole's locker room. Wait, then how did he get... Oh, then he probably used... Yeah, no, never mind. Right, so... Next thing is him doing that. You can see that right here. And my guess is he wrote this. Oh yeah, we have hints. Maybe I should use the hints. Right. I show something else. Do I just show him this? There are 3 pictures of the poster, like which one do I use? I guess this one, that looks like he's taking it off. they could both possibly be... I don't know. I guess we'll see what's right when we hand in the solution. I don't know. I did good. I did this here. And they threw in this thing. This should be correct. I think. Alright, let's see what happens.
You! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Okay. Is it just this one? I think that makes more sense.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though she made her with how could the victim?
Oh, god damn it, alright. Then this one?
Here's exactly what happened. With back, she made her way, but how could the victim? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Oh god damn it, I might lose this one. Ah, this is on the poster then. Alright. I might want to review it again. Hold on. Which longer? Oh wait, this is definitely the girls' locker room. He switched around the poster. But like, which poster picture do you want? I mean, that's kind of... I mean, here it looks like he's taking it off. I don't know. Also, I think I can see a slight blue color. That's from the boys' locker room. And there I can see like a pinkish color. I don't know. I hope that I'm right.
And attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Oh, I didn't even see the bloodstains in the boys' locker room.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Wait! No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
What more proof do you need, dude? Evidence that Mondo's killer had already revealed itself in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. Okay. So a bit about favor time and Nega time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the R1 button, Fever time will activate and the timer will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. However, you want to destroy the opponent's weapon assault. Focus on so make the best possible use of time. Of course, if only you got access to special time, right? So you also prepare some negative time that your opponent miss. Times battle, the tempo mark will disappear, making it quite a bit tough to hit buttons with them. Right. Alright.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False!
Alright, not so difficult
I
right
refuse
now.
to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False!
This makes it even. This doesn't matter, I'm just spamming the button.
I won't listen! False! You're corrupt! Show
I'm
me
just
some
spamming the
evidence.
This should
button.
prove it.
Wait, what was the evidence actually?
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Alright, we did it. I think in the next episode we will be seeing Mondo's execution. Wow, I mean, I really wasn't expecting this. I really hope that Byakuya was the one who would die, but... Well, in the next episode. See you guys then. Goodbye.